It's time to keep track. Here are the final stats.
A curse tracker.
None. He didn't swear at all in it.
Yeah, I figured. Was there
So,
any
PG
cursing at
movie makes
all
sense.
through this whole movie, do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think I caught any of it anywhere, which, again, if it's a PG Disney movie,
Yeah.
makes sense.
You know, they don't always do this kind of like clean thing with these Disney action movies, but I feel like at this time it was a relatively new thing for Disney to venture into these types of movies. Pirates was one of the first times I remember
Pirates
them doing.
was the big one.
Yeah.
Because they'd done live action before, obviously. They'd done it all the way back in the 60s and stuff, but I don't think it had been successful, at least for a few decades, until Pirates of the Caribbean really blew the lid off of off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think anybody swears at all in the entire movie, which isn't surprising.
Makes sense. It's kind of surprising there is a guy who fell to his death, you know?
Yeah, it's also kind of surprising that there's this weird, like, love story, like underpinnings with sexual tension
to the whole
in
thing.
this kid's movie. So,
Yeah.
especially to end on that joke. Like,
I guess one good thing about this
something for the
movie
fans.
is that it sort of works for a kid's movie and it works for an adult movie. So
yeah, it's four
skirts that
corners,
line.
right? Or whatever,
Yeah.
the four quadrants of audiences or whatever the hell they call that.
was
I don't remember. I think it's
children,
so
old
it-
people, middle-aged people.
Yeah,
Cynics.
Yeah, there's like the four audience demographics, four main ones they break it up into, and movies like this that touch all four tend to do really well because everybody likes them.
Okay, I added a tracker for this season. Since we didn't really track it last season, we just kind of mentioned it in passing. But runtime, and it was mostly because National Treasure is so long, 2 hours and 11 minutes long, which felt like we could have trimmed probably at least 30 minutes out of this thing.
Yeah, easily.
But 131 minutes. So that is easily our longest film so far. I won't go through all of them, but you know, Willy's Wonderland is our shortest movie at 88 minutes, and then our longest previous movie was Bringing Out the Dead and Mandy, which tied for 121 minutes, both of them. Then Gone in 60 Seconds was 118 minutes, and I thought that was a slog. But there were like 80,000 scenes in that movie.
I was surprised this was longer than Gone in 60 Seconds, because Gone in 60 Seconds definitely feels longer.
Definitely felt longer. For nudity, there is none, obviously. PG-13, or PG. It's crazy that this is our first PG movie. I think all the other ones are animated. Maybe Book of Secrets, but I'm not sure on that. So I think just because we're talking about National Treasure, I won't go over all of the nudity that we've had so far. but you can see it on the screen. That's why we put that up there.
Just censor it all.
Just censor it all.
Big censor bar over the graphics.
State and country tracker. This is the first time we have left the continental United States in any kind of way in our 16 movies so far. Technically, we added Washington, D.C., which isn't a state, so we can't really count it as a state. But there is that 1 second that he steps in New Jersey, which I have to count because that is the first time that we've gone to New Jersey. But it's like he goes to New Jersey and then next thing you know, he's back in New York again, like when they take him on the Hudson. So, yeah, technically we went to New Jersey, but not really. I don't know. I had a hard time figuring that one out. But we did Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey.
Call it out.
And we went to Massachusetts again in this movie. So there were, four states plus the Arctic Circle and Washington, D.C. We really moved around in this one. Budget versus gross, $100 million budget, and it made $347.5 million, like we said in the opening, making it the highest grossing film that we have done thus far. So our total, we have a $435.5 million budget, and we have made $931.3 million, which we're getting close to $1 billion already. Only 16 movies in. I added another tracker as well, which is the top grossing films, because National Treasure kind of broke the mold on that. $347 million is a full $110.3 million more than Gone in 60 Seconds was the previous highest grossing. And our lowest grossing film is Grand Isle, $5,566. For ratings, this is our first PG movie. I don't think it's our last. I think there's quite a few of, especially the animated films. So that brings us up to a grand total of 0 G movies. We might get a G in one of those cartoons, I'm guessing. So 1 PG, 5 PG-13, 5 R-rated, and 5 unrated so far. Over on the kill tracker, Vince.
0 kills.
Do you count Shaw?
Yes. Well, he didn't kill him.
He didn't kill him. He didn't have
Kill
anything
him.
to do with it. He did
He had
lead to
nothing
the
to-
quest, though.
Right. So, I mean, we could put that on him.
No, I don't think so.
Nah. This isn't like the pilot from Wicker Man, which I still stand by him.
He definitely was responsible for that guy's death.
Exactly.
100%.
100%. So, yeah, so 0 kills on the death tracker. No death for him in this one. We went really strong in the first couple films we watched. But yeah, it's kind of been, thankfully for us, been quiet since. So still only 6 deaths out of the 16 films we watched. Resurrection, no resurrection in this one. So we're still sitting at 2 for that.
It's pretty crazy. This movie with both Nicolas Cage and Sean Bean, and there's no kills and no deaths in it, aside from one accidental death.
One
Right,
accidental
there's one death,
yeah.
but nobody killed anybody. That guy fell.
Yeah. He killed
Poor
himself.
Carpentry killed him.
Poor Carpentry.
The Masons killed him.
The Masons
Masons killed him.
Yeah. Among millions they've killed over time.